that hottie? Hello Aromas, this is Aromie here, and welcome to a brand new series called Color X Malice Unlimited. So the last time we played Color X Malice, I don't know if it's Color X Malice or Color Malice, because you know it's not Hunter X Hunter, it's Hunter Hunter. So I'm gonna just go with Color Malice Unlimited. I finished the game quite a while, but it's finally taking me some time to catch up with all the Axis games that are coming out. There's more coming out this year, so I feel like I am very slow with this progression. Originally I wanted to play Code Realize, was it the next one after the one we're currently on. There's just so much going on my schedule, but we were originally supposed to follow up with the one after the first one because the winter one is coming out soon. By the time I'm releasing this, it's probably already out. I still have yet to finish the first portion of Code Realize, so that is why we're not continuing on. We're going to continue on with Color Malice Unlimited because I have finished the original, the first installation of the game. So we are here. It is again only 4 hours of content, so we won't spoil way too much. We already know all the characters, so it's not like I'm going to try to speed run to find all these characters. But anyway, let's get started. So cute! I kind of forgot who was like the ranking chart I did. If I remember to post the tweet I did, I'll post it here, or I'll just post a list of the rankings of my guys. But anyway, let's start with a new memory, because we are not Ichika Hoshino. We are Ichiko. Yep. Oops, shit. Ichiko. Let's start with the prologue. This is a work of fiction. People and names appearing in this work are entirely fictional. This work has no relation to real-world organizations. Technically, do we need... So do we technically need the prologue, but just to refresh our brains, I guess. In order to restore tainted Japan to health, the countdown to X Day will now begin. Our objective is simple: purge the corruption from the land and make Shinjuku the site of its rebirth. If you are afraid, then leave this land. We'll not stop you. But know this, no matter where you are, you'll be judged. There are no exceptions. Sorry, I should have put my phone don't disturb. We will resurrect truth in this world. No longer will only the weak be persecuted. This fucking storyline threw me in for a whole loop. Whenever I rewatch that video, I think, as I am now, would I believe those words that were broadcast to the world back then? From the day I saw his vision, from the day we discussed our ideals, I decided to walk this path to fulfill our promise, even it meant making enemies of everyone, to restore our tainted nation, to create a world where the weak aren't oppressed, to transform formless justice into tangible hope. We spent a long time preparing to bring those dreams to fruition. Everything was going according to plan. We spent 10 years completing the X Day project. We recruited agents, expanded our operations, and declared our countdown to the public. When exactly had everything started to go awry? Was it when Zero, became strangely fixated on a rookie police officer? The plan ended up costing us far more than I had first anticipated. Was it the June school bombing? Or was it all warped and twisted from the very start? Our ideals should have been the same. I wanted to believe that, but the chasm. I was like, what? The chasm between us has grown so wide that I can't ignore the possibility. It's begun to erode the trust that we built up back when we used to discuss our ideals. I can't turn a blind eye to this anymore. Hard lessons need to be taught for the world to be reborn, but we didn't want pointless sacrifice. And yet the number of victims now far surpass our projections. So if he isn't going to pay my concerns any heed and simply continue doing what he's doing, then I need to be certain of his true intentions. Are the respective ideals that he and I pursue truly along the same path? Is he still trying to realize the dream he told me about all those years ago?
来ましたか。
You're here.
一つ調査をお願いします。対象はこの写真に載っている面々。
Who's that hottie? I need you to look into something. These are the targets. The man nodded his head in silence. I showed him several photos, 3 young men and 1 woman. They were a group investigating the X-Day events independently from the police, a group based out of a private detective agency and composed of former police officers. IG Yaniki, age 28, an ex-detective for the Metropolitan Police HQ. He left the force after a certain incident. He's the group's ringleader and the one who gathered them to look into the X-Day events. Yaniki is calm, decisive, and a natural leader. He manages the others at the office. Minio Enomoto, age 23, Field Operations Unit 2. He also left the police for personal reasons and was previously acquainted with IG Yaniki. Intel also indicates that he was friendly with the officers judged in the April and May X-Day events. Takeru Sasuzuka, age 24, formerly of the Cybercrime Division at HQ. He resigned from the force in disgust and is highly skilled with computers. He was independently pursuing the X-Day cases but joined up with IG Yanagi several months ago. Also...
警戒すべきはこの3名ですが、あなたが進言してくるとは珍しい。
Yes, you should be most wary of these 3. It's unusual to hear you offer advice.
気にかかっているのは他の2人ですか？ 1人は警察の駒としても、もう1人は
You're curious about the other 2. One is just a pawn of the police, but the other...
わかりました。念のためにデータを渡しておきましょう。ですが、目的を見誤らないよう。
Very well. I'll give you the data just in case, but don't lose sight of your objective. Ki, is it Ki? Ki or Kai? I forgot. I think it's Ki. Ki Okazaki, age 26. He is my number 1. For sure, I remember him being my number 1. An SP officer with the Tokyo Metropolitan PD. Physically capable, quick-witted, and dedicated. Admirable qualities for an SP officer, but he was demoted after a certain mission. He's been transferred far from headquarters and is assigned to monitor and protect Yanagi's team. Be mindful of him during your investigation as he has him under round-the-clock surveillance.
厄介な人物ですが、あなたが気になっているのはこちらですね。
This next guy is trouble, but I'm sure that you're curious about this one. Kageyuki Shiraishi, an expert profile and analyst in forensics. I believe he ranked pretty high on my list too. He's also spent some time at NRIPS and has earned numerous commendations for his work as a profiler. He's working with Yanagi's group despite being an active police employee. However...
もちろん彼からも情報は得ています。 現状では笹塚健の能力が抜きんでて厄介だというくらいですが。
Of course, he feeds us intel as well. Sasuzuka's computer skills are making that no mean feat.
彼は潜入期間が長い。別の目で見てみる必要があるでしょう。
He's been undercover for a long time. You have to keep an eye on him.
彼の能力を疑っているわけではありません。ただ、今の彼は白石景行になりきっている。
I don't doubt his competence, but he's gradually becoming Kageyuki Shiraishi.
あなたにもわかるでしょう。時に本来の自分さえも欺かなければ、スパイとして溶け込めないと。
You of all people should understand there are times when a spy needs to fool oneself in order to truly blend in.
ですから外部からの目が必要なのです。
That's why he needs to be watched.
これまでも最低限の指示で彼は我々に多大な益をもたらすべく動いてくれました。
So far, he's been a great asset for us while only needing minimal direction.
その功はあなたも知るところでしょう。心配する必要はありません。
I'm sure you can appreciate what that takes. You don't need to worry about him.
それよりも重要なのは最後の一人です。我々にとって吉と出るか凶と出るか。
Finally, we come to our most important individual. Will she be a boon to us or a bane? Michiko Hoshino, assigned to the SRCPO Shinjuku branch. A rookie with no notable skills or history.
彼女はゼロが我々の理解者になりうると目をつけている新人警察官です。
For some reason, she's the one that Zero has set his sights on. She's his potential sympathizer. I pointed her out to the man while also looking over the photo. Pictured was a nervous-looking Michiko Hoshino looking directly into the camera. After delving into her and her background, there really was nothing notable about her. There were hundreds of green cops like her. I had absolutely no idea why Zero decided to put that collar on
ゼロ
her.
が興味を示している彼らが我々の計画に支障をきたしかねない面倒な存在であることは事実です。
Zero may have taken a special interest in her, but she cannot pose an obstacle to our plan. If I'm being blunt, to me, they spell, not smell. They probably smell too. They spell trouble.
すでに手は打ってありますが、あなたは別のアプローチで彼らと接触し、情報収集に努めてください。
I've already taken measures of my own, but I want you to take a different approach and make contact, then do your best to gather intel. Yo, who the fuck is this mystery guy?
心のままに
Oh, as you command.
ただし、深追いは禁物です。まだゼロの疑心を刺激するわけにはいきませんから。
See, is this like the story told within the time lap of the first game? Because this is no way being told after it. From this point of view right now, it does not seem like it. Because this is a prologue, so I don't know. However, don't overextend yourself. I don't want to do anything that would arouse zero suspicion at this juncture. I watched the man bow differentially and take his leave. I
彼の
sighed.
目を通じて見極めさせてもらいますよ。
Zero, I'll be observing you through his
あな
eyes.
たが理解者と称する彼女がどんな人間なのかを。
What sort of person is this woman whom you deem a sympathizer? Color Malice Unlimited. It's so great to play this game again. December 10th. Alright. Hey, Hottie. Oh, I should have taken pictures. I should have took some
共有
pictures.
事項はこれくらいか他になければあとはここで
What was that button again? That's not the button. This is the button. Should have taken some pictures. I forgot. That's it for common cases. I'll follow up with you all
基本的
separately.
には各自これまで通り担当していた月の事件を追ってくれ
Essentially, I'd like us all to continue working our assigned months. I don't think Yanagi ranked really high on my list. I wanted him to because he's like the one that gets unlocked after you play every single guy. But I don't think I like cared too much for his storyline, which bummed me out.
白石には俺から伝えておく多忙で顔を出せないらしいからな
I'll go ahead and let Shiraishi know the plan. I figure he's too busy to stop by tonight.
了解。
Ugh. Takuro too. I don't think he ranked high. I think the ones that ranked high were like, I already forgot their names. Sure. Takuro Sasazuka, 24.
へい。ひとまず現状維持ってことですかね。
Enomoto, however, I remember him ranking high. Roger, just gotta keep on keeping on, because he's just so silly. He's like a breath of fresh air. Yanagi,
7日と8日の事件については内部で集められる情報があれば回してくれただし無理のない範囲でいい
as far as the incidents on the 7th and 8th, please get us the police department's internal findings. Don't put yourself at risk here. Play it safe. Okay,
さて今日はこんなところか
that wraps things up for today then.
おっしゃ、報告会終わりっと。そんじゃ飯にしようぜ。
Always hungry. Meeting over. It's time to get some grub.
ニラが特売で安かったからさ。これで味気ないインスタントラーメンが特製ラーメンに早変わりだぜ。
I've been looking forward to this. Chais are on sale today, so I'm gonna turn that basic, boring instant ramen into a premium ramen feast.
大した進展もねえってのにニートは気楽でいいな
You're in an awfully good mood considering we've made no progress, deadbeat.
ニーと言うな。つうか、ここで慌てたところでどうにかなるもんでもねえだろ。
Hey, don't call me that. Besides, what's the point in getting all bummed over something we have no control over? Enomoto dismissed Sasazuka's snide comment and strode into the kitchen seemingly unperturbed. Enomoto has a point. I know that getting anxious is pointless, but I touched my collar and let out a small sigh. 5 days had passed since an Adonis operative had placed his collar on me, and I joined up with people in this detective agency. We gathered tonight to share what we'd learned while researching our particular cases. So far, we had made little progress. We knew that since the beginning of December, there had been 2 successive incidents on 7th and 8th. Oh, I think this is a recap. The suspect in those incidents had been caught, but we were a long away from solving the XD cases as a whole. I wonder how long this recap is. If it's the recap of like 4 hours of what we're limited to play, then I'm sorry. Though it's not as if Adonis was going to make this easy for us. Adonis had left a letter behind with me instructing me to discover the truth of the XA incidents. But what was that supposed to mean? What exactly did the criminal surveilling me through this collar have planned for me? The stress must have been getting to me because I found myself unable to stay calm.
バカ猫、ニートを見習えよ。
I don't miss being called dumb, but his voice is so handsome, so I guess it's okay for now. Take a lesson from the deadbeat dumb cat.
あいつほど能天気になれとは言わねえけど、葬式みたいな顔して何か変わるわけ。
I'm not saying to be an airhead like him, but stop looking like you're at a funeral. I know. He must have sensed my internal anxiety and need to work on my poker face. Yeah, good luck with that. After that quick remark, Sasuzuka immediately reaffixed his gaze on his computer screen. I think I'll go home now.
ああ、また何かあったら連絡する。あまり考え込まないようにな。
Alright, contact us if anything else happens. Try not to dwell on all this too much. Okay, see you Okay. The perfect spot to pause the game. We're gonna save. This game is still beautiful as ever. But this is where we're gonna save for today's episode. I wonder, they are adding new information in. I also know that they have updated this, like a free update on this game to like fix the translations because people were struggling to read the gameplay because it was such like bad translations from Japanese to English. So it should be better readable. My English sucks in general, so. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are going to be excited for the little bit that we can see of Color Malice Unlimited. If you are still currently playing that game or want to play that game, don't watch this. This is obviously spoilers. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.